Hola, buenas noches.
Hello, everyone.
Me llamo Caitlin. I don't speak Spanish. That's about the extent of my Spanish. Chris does speak some Spanish, and he's going to say hello in a minute, but I'll do my normal greeting first. Hello to everyone, especially to any new friends who are tuning in from new countries. I think we have some people here from Argentina, maybe Chile, Mexico. Where else? There was someone else who was commenting. Anyways, we're really excited to see you all and to play some tunes tonight with Santiago. We always do a little bit of chatting, wasting time at the beginning so that people can find their seats in the virtual pub, get their drinks from the virtual pub, all of that sort of good stuff. So if you're new, you can learn more about Tune Supply and the Mario session in the description of the video. And also, if you can contribute, the way this whole thing works is that we, Tune Supply, pay the leaders for their time and efforts as we would for a regular gig. And the entire thing is dependent on community contributions. So if you can contribute, there's the link right there. It's down there, and it's in the comments, whichever side the comments are on for you. And there's the option for a weekly membership if you want to stick around and join us. Also, if you're in a different country and you can understand me, the link does take PayPal, so it's fine if you want to contribute from somewhere else. Also, for the comments, we do have great commentary that happens during the session. So if you're on your phone and you can't see the comments, the way to find them is to download the YouTube app and then reopen this in YouTube, and then you can participate in the comments, which is pretty fun. Okay. Oh, the mailing list. Yes. So the mailing list is down there in the description as well. We send out tunes ahead of time. So if you want that information, you can get on our mailing list. Okay, so that's all my English introductions. Do you want to do some Spanish introductions?
Esta noche es muy especial para nosotros porque sabemos que hay mucha gente mirando del extranjero, de Sudamérica, de Chile, de Argentina, de México, veo los comentarios, ¿no? Entonces, a ustedes queremos decirles un gran bienvenido a nuestro canal de YouTube. Nos hace muy felices que podemos estar aquí esta noche compartiendo un poco de la música y un poco de las historias de nuestros nuevos amigos. Entonces, ¿vamos?
¡Vamos!
Esperamos que ustedes disfruten el session.
Excellent. I understood maybe 20% of that.
Great.
So, okay, we're going to get started off here by playing a few tunes before Santiago. I know you're all here for Santiago, but he's coming. We're going to play a few tunes. The theme for tonight was selected by Santiago, and the approximate translation in English is the journey of music, however you want to interpret that. And people, as usual, have interpreted it in lots of different ways, which we'll show you in a moment. But the way I'm interpreting it for the tunes is we're going to play a whole bunch of tunes that have to do with taking a trip. It's kind of similar to the last session, but different. So this first set is 3 tunes that are all about trips. The first one is the trip to Sligo. That is a jig in E minor. The second one is the trip to Durrow. I'm playing this in honor of Bob Armistead, who I believe loves this tune, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm going to try not to go into a very similar tune, but assuming I can make it into that tune is in D major. It's a reel, so that's going to be an interesting change. And then the last one is a tune that I have called Colin Farrell's for years. And then Mimi, our poetess, recently told me that it actually has a name, and it is called Trip to Miriam's, which is great because Mimi's full name is Miriam, and she plays it in something that we call at Mario's the monogram set. And I just wanted to mention what monogram sets are in case any of our new Mario's community wants to participate in this silly activity. So a few years ago at Mario's, I challenged the players there to create monogram sets. So to do this, you pick 3 tunes, and the first letter of each of the tunes has to be the first letter of your first, middle, and last name. So trip to Miriam's, I think. Oh no, I can't remember what's in Mimi's set. Mimi will have to put it in the comments there. But if anybody wants to create a monogram set and play it for us or tell us what it is, that would be great. And we have some Mario's folks who could probably do the same.
Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
Sure.
Couple tunes to get started off here before we invite the Argentinians on. This is a tough one to start with because it has an octave E start.
Yeah.
It's like the worst possible thing. Why did I choose this? Oh my god. Okay, here we go. Okay. 3, 4. Okay, that's a great way to get started. I was just thinking about that tune. So I always play that tune with another one written by Colin Farrell that's in the key of F. And we've played those as a set around New York for years. One time, many years ago, I don't even know, 6 or more years ago, we were playing, actually it was probably more than that, because we were playing at O'Neill's, which is like the mythical session of New York.
Right.
You never got to experience it.
Right.
It was incredible. It's where I got all my training in being an Irish pub musician. And we Colin Farrell walked into the bar, and so we thought we should play Colin Farrell's tunes, and we did. And he came over and said, "Oh, those are great tunes. Who wrote those?" And he wrote them.
Amazing.
That's my favorite story about that. Somebody was asking about the monogram set, if they got it embroidered on the shirt.
Oh, yeah.
This is no joke. If you make a monogram set and you've successfully played at Mario's, Bob Armistead will make you a sticker that says, I don't know, it says something like, I successfully made a monogram set at Mario's. You've seen them, right? They're yellow. Bob's going to be angry that I said that because now he's going to have to make a lot of stickers. Anyways, okay, so enough. We're going to move on to our special guests here. So Santiago Molina plays in the Argentinian version of the Broadway show that we play in, which is called Come From Away. Is it called Come From Away in Argentina?
I don't know. Santiago, you have to tell us.
I don't know if it's in English or Spanish. I don't know if it's
translated, yeah.
Anyways, so we had heard his name peripherally, and then once all this online stuff started, we saw that he was commenting, and we asked, of course, if he wanted to join us, and he was great, as we expected, and we've been having a really fun time collaborating with him on concerts and tune supply orders, and he was on the session a while back, and so we wanted to just give him free reign to create a whole session for Argentinian musicians, and tonight's the night. This has been many weeks in coming, so we're very excited.
Very exciting tonight.
Yeah.
Going to be a couple of firsts. I think first all Argentinian session.
First South American session?
South American session. And also there'll be, not going to give it away, but there will be a new instrument that we've never had on the session before. So you'll have to stick around to see that.
And some new types of tunes, I believe.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Great. And then I'll just say, most of you who have been watching know this, but a couple of the tunes that Santiago is playing tonight he recorded ahead of time. So if you want to learn them after the session, some of them are over on the virtual learning page at Tune Supply, including sheet music for 2 of them. So you could, if you're a good sight reader, you could run over there and get the sheet music right now for 2 of the tunes that he's going to play. So, and he has friends with him, but I think he introduces them.
He does, yeah.
Great. So, should we say hi?
Let's go over to Santiago now.
Hello, Caitlin and Chris. I'm really glad to be here again in Tune Supply. Many thanks for giving me the opportunity to lead a session here. It's an honor. And I want to start this session talking about the theme of the session. The theme is the journey of music, el camino de la música. Quería que conversemos y que hablemos un poco entre todos sobre cómo es que nosotros llegamos a esta música a lo largo de la session. Y para eso vamos a empezar con un set que yo tocaba hace muchos años en un grupo que tenía y que lo recordé la semana pasada o la anterior mirando la slow session semanal que organiza Shannon Heaton con Matt en su canal de YouTube. Y se llama Highland Laddie, es una polka, pero yo la toco y la toqué siempre como si fuese una marcha muy lenta, very slowly. And then it will become a reel called Road to Glountane. 3, 4.
Awesome. Great way to get started.
Yep.
Excellent. Now, don't worry. Santiago has friends that will be joining us shortly, but that was a good way to get started.
Also, I think we may have sorted out the microphone problem, but let us know if it's still only showing up in one ear. Sorry about that.
Thank you for fixing.
Yep.
Chris is the tech person at Tune Supply. I'm the non-tech person at Tune Supply. I do a little bit of tech.
Yeah.
A little bit, not too much. Okay, and I also wanted to just mention that another person who's in the comments tonight is Isaac Alderson. Now, this is cool because Isaac is also in Come From Away.
Yes.
Isaac plays on the tour version of Come From Away. There's a whole bunch of Come From Aways, or at least there were, and possibly will be.
Yeah, maybe.
There's there's Broadway, the tour, London,
Sydney.
Yes, Australia, and there's one more. Oh, Toronto is still going, and the Argentinian. So there's 6 versions that I know of, and Isaac plays Santiago's part, or Santiago plays Isaac's part on the tour. So this is pretty cool. Okay, so because we're in Argentina tonight, we attempted to find some Argentinian food and drink.
Yes.
This was not very successful, but we tried. So we have obtained some yerba mate. Now, I realize it's not supposed to be made in a French press.
We don't have the appropriate accoutrements to make the tea. Sorry,
no,
everybody.
But we're trying.
We're going to try it.
We got the yerba mate at the store, and we're going to pour it here in just a second. So let me just pretend like this is coffee here. Yeah. I don't know if I put the right amount in.
Probably not. But
no, probably not. Yeah. Okay, so do you have the cups there?
Yeah, I'll pour it.
Okay, great. Excellent. Okay, and also, when I was in Argentina once, I loved it. I'm going to show some pictures later. The thing that I liked most about the food there was this type of cookie. I don't know how to pronounce it. Maybe Santiago can tell me, but it's something like olive flores? No.
I don't know.
Alfajores?
Yeah.
Cheers. How do you say cheers in Spanish?
Salud.
Salud. Okay. Excellent. Would taste better with the mate straw.
Yes. We have some metal straws we could get out.
Oh, we do. Yeah. Okay, so I like those cookies. They're like caramel in the inside and some shortbread sorts of things. I have seen them sold here in New York, but we just did a little circuit of the shops that are in our area. No Argentinian cookies, which is surprising because usually in New York you can find whatever you want at any store.
Yeah.
So instead, we're having brownies that were sent to us by Sherry Michael a few days ago, and we still have a few. So we're having some brownies instead with our mate. Yep. Did you have something to share?
I don't think so.
It looked like you were going to say something.
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
No.
Great. So while we're eating our brownies and drinking our mate, we're going to show you a few pictures that Santiago sent over right before the session started. So this is great. The caption that he sent on this picture was "Invisible pipes, haha." It was meant to be.
It's great. Yeah.
Great. Okay. And this one is let's see.
It says first time in Galicia.
Oh, first time in Galicia.
Here is Santiago playing pipes in Galicia.
Very cool.
Again, here he is in Galicia.
Amazing.
And doing some video recording here. First video recording.
So Santiago has a very popular YouTube channel, which you should check out after this.
Yes.
Cool. And we have more later, but those are
come.
a couple of Santiago pictures to get us started there. Okay, so let's go see set 2 and we're going to eat these brownies.
All right.
Para este set voy a contar con Nikolas Sokolic, que va a estar acompañándome en guitarra y en mandolina. A Nico lo conocí el año pasado cuando estaba buscando un guitarrista para mi proyecto en solitario, con canciones propias y demás cuestiones. Y lo encontré a él, que es un músico buenísimo, toca increíblemente bien la guitarra y además es súper profesional a la hora de trabajar, lo cual es algo súper importante en la música. Y también, además, toca mandolina. Y cuando le dije de hacer este set, que van a ser 2 jigs irlandeses, uno se llama Willie Coleman in G, and the other one is Rory McLeod in A major, me dijo, ¿puedo tocarlo con mandolina? Y le dije, Por supuesto, así que nada, también lo tenemos en mandolina y me gustaría que nos cuente un poco sobre cómo es que se le dio por empezar a tocar mandolina.
Antes que nada, hola Santi, hola a todo el mundo. Es un honor y un placer estar acá en otro evento organizado por la gente de Tune Supply. Contestando un poco la premisa, yo originalmente, como contaba Santi, soy guitarrista desde hace muchos años, desde que soy chico. Y mi contacto, por lo menos en vivo y en directo, por primera vez con una mandolina fue hace casi 10 años. En un grupo en el que yo participaba había una persona que tocaba este instrumento, el cual me llamó mucho la atención por el sonido, la estética y las posibilidades que tenía. A tal punto que apenas pude yo me conseguí una y empecé a practicar día y noche. A día de hoy yo lo considero uno de mis instrumentos principales, a la par que la guitarra. Y como dije antes, es un honor poder estar compartiendo música, melodías con este instrumento hoy para todos ustedes.
3, 4.
Amazing.
All right.
This is so cool.
That was yes, very cool. So that was Santiago joined by Nikolas Sokolic, who was also on our Father's Day concert playing with Santiago and Derek our dance, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's becoming a big international community here at Marios.
Yeah.
Which I love. And
this never would have happened in COVID-19.
The thing is, it could have, but it
wouldn't have.
It
wouldn't have. Yeah.
So I guess this is a silver lining to a bad situation.
Yes.
And Chris and I were just talking about how if ever we are allowed on airplanes again, I should say we're allowed on airplanes. If ever we are allowed out of the country again,
Which is not looking good.
Which is not looking good as Americans, but we're hoping that we can go to some of these places to see people we've met through the session, or vice versa.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Okay, so we have a really cool report from the field tonight. If you're new here, we do this thing that we do a lot of silly things, but one of them is we invite people who are watchers or players at home to send in a little video of themselves doing or saying whatever they want. And we call it the report from the field. And some of them have been in fields.
Yes.
And some of them are just animal sightings, and some are just saying hi, playing music, whatever. So we have a really cool one today from Peter Rahill, who found a special guest, and I'm going to leave it a secret. They sent us this lovely greeting and piece of music, which we'll go to for our report from the field.
Hi, this is Peter Rahill with Report from the Field. It's not a field, it's Spreckles Park in my hometown of beautiful Coronado, Highland. And visiting me, Margot Krimmel from Boulder, Colorado. And I just want to shout out to Miriam, to Chris and Caitlin, and all the love you shower on all the people in the 30 plus episodes. We want to get back a little shower. Shower the people you know with love. Show them the way that you feel. It's gonna be much better if you only will. Shower the people you love with love. Tell them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better. Shower the people you love with love. Tell them the way that you feel. Things are gonna work out fine if you always will.
Beautiful.
All right, guys, that's lovely.
That was unsolicited. It just arrived in our inbox, and
Perfect timing.
I actually, Peter sent it maybe yesterday. I can't remember.
Yeah.
We are usually too busy to even look at the emails until the moment when the email is needed. So I opened it up about an hour before the session while Chris was cooking some very good dinner, and I said to Chris, "Oh my gosh, this is so lovely. It's so nice," and I'm glad that they got to get together and actually play together.
Yes.
And it's nice to see some greenery, which we don't usually see since we stay in the apartment most of the time. So thank you guys for doing that. And Margot Krimmel is the special guest on the next session. Did you know that?
On Thursday?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
So you'll see her again on Thursday if you need some more harp music. And she also, I just want to note, had a CD release within the last couple of weeks, which is available on Bandcamp if you haven't picked it up. Okay, I think more tunes.
Should we have some more tunes?
How do you say more tunes in Spanish?
Más melodías.
Más melodías.
For this set, I'm here with Alejandro Sganga, one of the best fiddlers here in Buenos Aires, and we will be playing some tunes, a real set. We will be playing the Musical Priest in B minor, the Wise Maid in D major, and the Banshee in G major. Ale, ¿cómo estás? Espero que todo bien. ¿Querés contarnos un poco sobre cómo empezaste a tocar el violín? ¿Cómo fueron tus inicios?
Todo bien por aquí, Santiago. Muchas gracias. Bien, yo comencé a estudiar el violín hace aproximadamente unos 35 años. Comencé en un conservatorio con el fin de aprender la técnica del instrumento para después poder dedicarme a la música que me gustara. Esa música con los años llegó, la encontré en la casa de un amigo, en los discos de The Fury Family, Blackstein y posteriormente The Chieftains y The Dubliners. Hace mucho tiempo, cuando no había internet, era muy difícil encontrar material y que nos llegara aquí a Argentina. No era tan fácil como ahora, es difícil de imaginar esto, pero era así. Con lo cual dependíamos de algún viaje ocasional, de alguna persona, algún amigo. El padre de una compañera de la orquesta me trajo un libro de Londres, la famosa colección de Francis O'Neill, y bien, y tocando esas melodías, con el tiempo ya me decidí y cambié el violín por el fiddle. Así que con los años formé varios grupos musicales. Actualmente tengo un trío que se llama Nafina aquí en Buenos Aires y doy clases de violín y música tradicional irlandesa. Tuve la oportunidad de estar en 3 ocasiones en Irlanda tocando en sessions, eventos y también tomando clases. El título de The Journey of the Music me parece muy inspirador. Realmente es lo que yo siento cuando toco música irlandesa. Es un viaje, realmente es un viaje que uno hace tocando, y cuando eso ocurre me emociona mucho y me hace muy feliz.
2, 3, 4.
Very nice. I see that some people are dancing in the comments.
This is so cool.
Maria Teresa Lopez está bailando. Qué bueno.
Amazing. This is really cool.
Yeah.
I wish I spoke Spanish now.
Yeah, me too.
You've been trying to get me to speak Spanish for a long time. We have a TV show that Chris and I used to watch to learn Spanish.
Destinos.
Yeah. And he got me a workbook too to fill out. I haven't done very well at it.
Yeah.
But you've learned a little bit of Russian too.
A little bit.
Yeah. I speak a little bit of Russian. We'll have to have a Russian session. So, okay, so the theme of the session tonight is the journey of music. I really liked what was said before the set there about how music is something that speaks to you in a certain way, and it was very interesting to hear that you couldn't get recordings in Argentina back in the day.
Yeah, before the internet, of course. Would have been impossible, I guess.
It reminded me, obviously to a lesser extent, but kind of growing up in Alaska and being a budding Irish fiddle player, because we would occasionally have people come through who played Irish music, and there was a small community of people who played as well. But recordings, I didn't have the internet,
right.
And a new recording was like gold. Like I would beg my mom to buy me the latest CD, and then I would just play it over and over. I carried these thick packets of CDs around with me everywhere. Did you do this?
Oh, yeah.
And would have them in the headphones all the time. And that's where I learned all of my music. And it makes you realize that at one point YouTube didn't exist. Yeah. And you had to get your tunes from either other people or from recordings. And
sure.
Very, very interesting. It's also interesting how some people are drawn to Irish music. Myself, I'm not Irish.
Yeah.
I'm from Alaska. I have a German last name, and it spoke to me from the beginning, and that's why we're all here. So it's pretty cool. Quite a journey. So on that note, actually, I picked out some pictures tonight from my musical journey. These are just a few snippets from my childhood. I started playing violin when I was 3 years old. Now, this is actually not me. I picked one picture of each of my sisters and one of me. This is my littlest sister, Taya.
Oh, wow.
Now, Taya is married now and having a baby herself in a few months. So this is amazing to see her playing little violin. She's now a professional viola player. This is Kylan, my second youngest sister, playing violin there. This is Rachel, the third sister, playing cello, and that's my mom playing the piano there. And this is my grandma on the left. She played violin and accordion from the time she was a child, and that's Taya and Rachel wearing no pants.
Great.
Great.
She's going to love this.
She's going to love that I put that picture on.
Yeah.
And that is me at a Suzuki Institute. I grew up playing Suzuki violin, and I'm forgetting the name of this teacher, but where I grew up in Fairbanks, there's an amazing community of classical music, and that's where I came from. And I think I might have had one or two more. I can't remember. Oh, okay. This is I found this picture. I won second place in a competition for writing this piece of music, which appears to be called "The Night the Moon Dripped."
All right.
I should probably zoom in on that and try to
play this.
Seeing as I won second place, it probably isn't that great.
Right.
But we'll see. And this is the last picture. So this is a typical picture of the musical journey in Fairbanks, Alaska in the 90s. That's Susie Hallinan on the right. She taught me my first fiddle tunes. And this is a group of young fiddle players playing at the state fair.
Oh, cool. I'm
over on the very left. The tiny cellist in the left-hand side there is my sister Rachel, and then I noticed that my cousin Brett, who played violin for a short time, is there in the front row as well. Probably a bunch of other Fairbanksans if you are from Fairbanks. So,
cool.
I think that's all I had. Is that right?
Yeah.
Or is there one more? Okay. So I'm extremely lucky to have grown up in a place where there was a lot of music of all sorts of different types, and a lot of adults who cared about music education, and brought me to where I am. Whew, okay. Now I'm getting all like teary-eyed about things.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll have some more pictures from the community later. You guys sent in a few pictures, and we'll show those later. You didn't pick out any pictures,
No,
right?
I don't have any today.
Last time was enough.
Yep.
In 30 more sessions, you'll have some more pictures. Okay, so I think we should have some more tunes from Santiago.
Okay.
I'm with Sergio again at the bouzouki. y me gustaría que él presentase el siguiente set.
Thank you very much, Santiago. Hi, everybody again. It is truly an honor for me to present this beautiful set of 2 tunes. The first one hails from Scotland and was composed by the awesome piper from Perthshire, Ross Ainsley. The tune is called Delboy, and the second tune is a tune that belongs to the Irish tradition. I don't really know where it comes from, but its name in Gaelic is Sagart na Butashi, which means the priest in his boots. Hope you like it.
1, 2, 3.
We almost left the air conditioner on
That was
for
close.
the set. That was close. That was close. Thankfully, the air conditioner is right here, so I can turn it off really quick. I wonder what the temperature is in Buenos Aires.
I don't know.
It's probably hot.
Probably.
Actually, but it's winter.
Oh, yeah.
You'll have to tell us what it is. It's pretty hot here in New York. And actually, yesterday I took a journey out of the house, which is notable these days.
Yeah.
You know, I was gone for many hours, which is notable these days. And guess who I went up to visit?
Who?
Mimi and Amos.
Amos.
I met Amos in person. Now, I didn't get to pet Amos, both for safety reasons and also because Amos is still getting acclimated to his new home. But I got to meet Amos, and he's just as cute as I suspected he would be. And I got to see Mimi after 4 months.
Yeah.
It's just insane. Now, I feel like I've been seeing Mimi because she does our poem. And you might have guessed it is time for the poem. So for the guests here who haven't been to the session, at the halfway point of the session, the approximate halfway point, we have a poem written by Mimi, who manages the in-person real session when it is happening. And have you seen it yet?
No.
Wonder if there's Spanish.
I don't know.
There's probably a dog.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go see what Mimi's got tonight.
Hey Mario's friends, an especially bad poem tonight. Thank you so much, our dear friend Santiago Molina. You bring us great tunes all the way from Argentina. We can't wait to treat you at the pub to some Guinness and Mary's awesome grub. But for now, we will spend time with you on Screena. If you can chip into the box, please do. Help keep us going. Caitlin and Chris, thank you. Irish Arts Center classes starting this week. Hope to see you there. Stay safe. Eat your kibble.
Wow, Amos is so relaxed.
Yes.
That's great. Okay, I didn't notice that there's some white on Amos right here.
Yeah, that's lovely
I
coloration.
like that even better than
Yeah.
all black. That is great. So I think Richard asked if I took a picture of Amos. It was dark actually when I met Mimi, and here's the reason. If you're a New Yorker, you might appreciate this. I haven't ridden the subway in a month.
Yeah.
So yesterday I rode the subway to go up to Mimi's place. And it's a big deal now to ride the subway.
Yeah.
It used to be that we would spend hours a day on the subway, and now it's a big deal. So I got on the C train. It was a little weird that the C train was running on the weekend,
Yeah.
I have to say. But that's what Google told me to do. And the C train was there, so I got on the C train. And the C train passed 59th Street, and I was waiting to get off at the station, the next station. And then it passed 81st Street, and it passed 86th Street, and it passed 96th Street, and all of a sudden it stopped at 125th Street. So it went express without announcing. I don't know if I missed something. I probably did.
Probably.
But I thought, this is so New York. The first time I ride the subway in a month, and
You end up 40 streets out of the way.
I end up 40 streets out of the way, of course. So then I had to grab a cab back down to meet Mimi, and by that time it was dark. That's why I don't have a picture of Amos. That's the
Next
long
time.
story. Oh, yeah. Next time. Okay, so if you can contribute to the box, there it is. You just saw it in person. The link is also up in the corner of the screen above my head. And it's been over in the comments, and it's down in the description.
Yeah.
We know that times are tough, and if you don't have anything to contribute, that's okay. We are glad to have you, but if you can throw a few dollars in, the Tune Supply thing is that we try to provide gigs for musicians who have lost all of their income, and this is one of the ways that we do it is through this session. So we pay our leaders from the box.
Yeah. Si ustedes tienen un poco dinero, un poco donación, puedes ponerla ahí, en este enlace. Es para que podamos pagar un poquito dinero a Santiago y todos sus amigos. Entonces, gracias.
Wow.
That was the end.
I'm impressed. Wow, I'm speechless. That's so good. Okay, and then I just want to say one thing about weekly memberships. You can do a weekly membership through this link, and I know that I'm actually not sure how many people have weekly memberships. It's something like 20 or 30. Please don't forget that you can cancel those at any time.
Yes.
And we do not want anybody feeling like they are keeping their membership because they feel guilty if they lost their job and they cannot sustain the membership. Please don't feel bad if you need to cancel a membership. It's easy to do through the link. Some people are on the old system and some are on the new. It's totally fine to do. So please do so if you need to do so. We know times are weird and strange and tough and all of that. So, but thank you to everybody who has supported. Okay, more tunes.
Yeah, let's go back over to Santiago and the guys.
Now we will be playing with Alejandro Sganga at the fiddle a really nice one march called the Drunken Piper. Hope you like it.
3, 4.
All right.
Yes.
Lovely.
I love Alejandro's playing. I hope we get to play together sometime. I did try to find a session when I went to Argentina.
Yeah.
And I found one in, I think, if I remember correctly, I found one in Ushuaia.
Really?
Down at the southern tip.
There's a lot of foreigners in Ushuaia, right?
Yes, I believe so. I mean, I was only there for a few days many years ago, but yeah, it was pretty cool. I'm going to talk about my Argentina trip later, but that was lovely. Okay, so we have some community pictures. Not too many tonight.
Yeah.
And again, the theme was or is the journey of music. So let's see what people have sent in here. So Angela Botzer continues her winning streak, sending in a picture every week. Has she missed a week?
I don't think so.
I don't think so since she started. So she said, "This is the journey of music down the strings of the fingerboard towards the Bighorn Mountains."
Oh, that's very, again, with a unique interpretation.
I know, she's the best at interpreting the themes.
Well done.
It's very good. Elena Smith sent this one in. It's a little hard to see here, but this is a piano, I think in Cape Breton, if I remember correctly. Elena, if you're there, correct me. And the little plaque on the bench there says, "In memory of Jerry Holland."
Oh, cool.
Who's, of course, incredible fiddle player. Okay, Issa Simon went the same route that I did with interpreting the theme. She sent in a picture of her musical journey, and this is her at Stevens Point Suzuki Institute, which is a very famous Suzuki institute. Now, all of us Suzuki kids grew up going to these institutes in the summertime. Now I realize it's kind of like a cult. It's a good cult, but just seeing her there brings back so many memories. My sister went to Stevens Point. Okay. Now these last two were actually sent in for the last session, but I didn't see them in time, and they actually go really well with today's session.
Oh,
so
yes. Wow.
This is Terry and Mimi Chapin with a few other folks, obviously on a journey of some sort in Alaska. This picture looks so Alaskan to me.
Yeah.
And they've stopped to play some tunes, which is pretty great. And this is Terry on the left, and I'm forgetting her name, Caulfield. Oh my gosh. I grew up with her daughter, Caitlin Caulfield. And her husband is Rick Caulfield. Oh, I can't believe I'm forgetting her name. Anyways, this is very cool for me to see folks who I grew up learning music from when they were younger Alaskans.
Yeah.
So very, very cool.
Lovely.
Alaska has a great folk music community, if you haven't figured that out yet.
Yes.
After things get back to normal, I should say if they get back to normal, and you have the opportunity to go up to Alaska, let me know, and I can hook you up with some great musicians up there. Some of whom are watching, I think. Okay, and then we have a few pictures from Santiago.
A few more.
Yeah. Yes. So, do you want to introduce these?
Let's see. This says the Inter-Celtic Festival in Costa Rica.
There's so many people there.
A lot of people.
And they're not social distancing.
No. This is actually really stressful to see this. That's cool. Wow. Here's another one from the same festival in Costa Rica.
I love these sorts of stage shots.
Yes, because you're always like in blue light or something. There's no way to actually like take a proper nice looking picture in stage light.
That is true.
Here's Santiago. The caption on this is sharing music. Very nice.
Very cool.
Let's see, with Andy Irvine.
Yes, famous Irish musician there.
Mm-hmm. And one more. This is with Sergio's band. Vilsevind. Very cool.
And they, Vilsevind added their CD to our Bandcamp list. So hopefully some of you were able to get the list. Actually, if you weren't able to get the Bandcamp list, Bandcamp was having a day recently, it was Friday, when they didn't take any money from the musicians. Usually they take a little, 15% or something, and they didn't. They've had 3 or 4 of these fee holidays. The holiday is over, however, the list still exists, and I actually just threw it up on the media page on Tune Supply in case you want to grab the CDs. It's the same cost to you either way. Yeah. The benefit to the musicians is, how do I say this? We have to pay the fee, but it's a small fee.
Yeah.
So if you do want to go check it out, that band is over on the list on Tune Supply's media page. Okay, and those were all the pictures. That was a low picture night.
Yes.
For the.
We've had some really high numbers of contributions, photo contributions lately.
This is true. So it's good to have a balance.
It's only fair.
Yes. More tunes.
That gives us more time for more tunes. So.
How do you say more tunes again? I forgot.
Más melodías.
Más melodías.
Vamos.
Voy a tocar un set de two polkas, que aprendí del disco Knock Bui de Conal Lograda. No sé cómo se pronuncia. My pronunciation is really bad. But hope you like those polkas. There are the happy polka, no, the Church Street polka, and then the happy polka.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Cute.
I think we need a hup. That sounded like
yeah.
a hup sort of situation there at the end. Oh, who was that? Brian Murchison?
Brian.
Excellent. Okay, and I always say this, and we haven't updated it, but there is a soundboard. If you want to go have your own hups, you can just type in tune.supply/sounds, and you can hup yourself as much as you want.
If you want.
Okay, the yerba mate is going to my head.
Yeah,
you can
sure
hear it. Actually, can I have some more?
Yeah, for sure. No, that is.
We have if you joined late, we made some yerba mate in a French press because we didn't have the proper. What are you supposed to make it in? A gourd.
Yeah, in a gourd.
Yeah.
With a bombilla, I think it's called the straw.
We should get
Santiago,
some.
is that correct? The yerba mate goes in the gourd, and the straw is called a bombilla. I don't know. Somebody let me know.
He'll tell us. So speaking of yerba mate, so the first time I tried it, I've actually tried it in America, and I thought, it's fine. So then I went to Argentina a number of years ago, and at one point I was riding on a bus, going somewhere, a public bus, and somebody on the bus was passing around yerba mate in a gourd with a straw on the bus with all the strangers, and everybody was taking a drink. Now, in coronavirus times, this seems exceptionally weird. It seemed tiny bit weird at the time. Now it seems really weird.
You can't share a bombilla with other people.
We were.
It seems highly dangerous.
We were. So everybody was taking a drink, and I thought, when in Argentina,
of course,
do as the Argentinians do. So I took a drink, and it was something else. Like it wasn't like I had ever tried before.
Yes.
And that's where I learned to love yerba mate.
Yes.
On that note, I have a few pictures, not too many, from when I went to Argentina. I did go to Buenos Aires, but my favorite part was down in the southern tip of Argentina in the town of Ushuaia and outside of it. This is the very southern tip, Tierra del Fuego. And what's cool is this is the end of the highway. You can actually drive from the top of Alaska down to the bottom of Argentina. Yeah. And the word Alaska was on the sign, so That's I was cool. Very, very excited. Of course, I did some adventuring. This is at the southernmost ski resort in the world.
Oh, cool.
Outside of Ushuaia.
Very nice.
It was gorgeous. Okay, there's also some penguins that live down here. And I mean, like thousands of them live on this island. There's one, I photobombed the penguin's picture. Really? And then I went to El Chalten, I hope I'm saying that right, which is kind of it's on the border between Argentina and Chile, and it's actually a contested border in this area, I believe. Mm-hmm. But it's right near some huge mountains that mountain climbers like to go to. And that was me with my skis on my back, so that I could ski in front of Mount Fitzroy, which is hiding behind a cloud right there.
That's beautiful.
My favorite part of that story was, as you know, there's a hiking trail that goes up here.
Sure.
Most people don't go up onto the snow. As I was hiking there with the skis on my back and the boots attached, these two Argentinian women came walking by, and clearly thought it was strange that I had the skis on my back, and they said something like, I'm forgetting the exact words, but it was something like, it was basically like the Argentinian version of "you go girl," which I just took as the biggest compliment that I could get. They obviously thought it was funny that a woman was walking to the backcountry with skis on her back, and I was like, yes, that's what I'm going for here. So it was pretty fun. I absolutely loved the trip. Okay, so let's see. Oh, we haven't had anything from Avocado. Avocado doesn't speak Spanish.
No.
But here's what I was wondering. ¿Cómo se dice dinosaur en español?
I don't know.
Anybody know?
Sorry.
So we should figure that out. And ¿cómo se dice avocado? Is it avocado?
Aguacate.
Aguacate. ¿Se llama aguacate?
Se llama aguacate, sí.
Excellent. So this is our dinosaur who is the mascot of the session. Se llama. Se llama. We don't know though. Is that male or female?
No.
Oh, okay. And also, Avocado has a mask that Ruby Hoy made, but we discovered that the mask also doubles as a little bonnet for the wren that Amy made for us as well. So that's the animal report for today. That's all we've got for now.
Dinosaurio.
Okay. Dinosaurio. Aguacate el dinosaurio.
Sí.
Excellent. Okay, more tunes?
Yeah, let's go back over.
El set que viene a continuación es muy especial para mí y creo que para mucha gente porque es parte del repertorio de uno de mis grandes referentes en la música irlandesa. Cuando empecé a tocar flauta irlandesa, empecé a escuchar a muchos músicos y uno de los que me marcó muchísimo fue Mike McGoldrick. El set que se viene a continuación es de 2 reels, se llaman The Edinburgh Rock y The Trip to Pakistan. In the other way, The Trip to Pakistan and then The Edinburgh Rock. Voy a estar acompañado por Nikolas Sokolic. Hola Nico, ¿cómo estás? Me gustaría que cuentes un poco sobre tu camino en la música. ¿Cómo es que llegaste a tocar música irlandesa?
Hola Santi y hola a todo el mundo. Yo conocí la música celta a través de grupos de rock y metal que combinaban su propio estilo con sonoridades, melodías e instrumentos de la música celta como tal, y es algo que a mí de chico me llamó mucho la atención a tal punto que puse a investigar de dónde es que venían estos instrumentos, estas melodías, y me crucé con grupos como por ejemplo Luarna Lubre, uno de los primeros grupos del cual yo aprendí melodías y acordes dentro de ese estilo. Siguiendo con esta investigación, me crucé con el grupo Lunasa, que fue el grupo que me terminó de enamorar con respecto a la música celta en general y particularmente al estilo irlandés.
Y también vamos a estar de nuevo con Carlitos, que va a estar tocando tabla. Carlitos, yo recuerdo que me ha contado que estuvo en Irlanda con el tabla yendo a sessions y demás. ¿Tenés ganas de contarnos algo sobre eso, Carlitos?
Sí, cómo no, pero me dijiste que lo haga, que te responda en inglés, así que va en inglés. So yeah, that's true. When the first time I came actually to Europe, the first time I visited Ireland was in 2002. And I went there to attend the now legendary summer school of Irish music and dance. It's called BLAS, the summer school. And it's been held every year at the University of Limerick. And so I had and of course, by the way, I went with my tablas, right? So I went an Argentinian guy playing an Indian percussion instrument to learn about Irish music. That's me in a nutshell. And it was a great experience, not only because I was able to attend many sessions while at the summer school. I also learned with Andy Irvin, which was what a pleasure, really. And I met a lot of friends that are still to this day friends of mine. And then after the summer school, I went and performed. I just joined sessions at many pubs and just, random events during the summer there. And it was really, really educational, so to speak, because I learned a lot about not just how to accompany, but what is the proper etiquette, and many other important things that I still use to this very day. So that's been my, in a nutshell, my relationship with Irish music. That's been many years now, and I think it will really never leave me.
Y también vamos a contar con Sergio, que hizo unas cosas preciosas en bouzouki. ¿Cómo estás, Sergio? ¿Todo bien?
I just love this song. And actually, Edinburgh is one of my favorite cities in the world, which I'm dying to be able to visit again. So as soon as all this is past news, I'm going there. For now, let us fly on the wings of music. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right.
Gorgeous.
Well, there you have it. That was the first instance of tabla playing on the Mario's virtual session.
And I hope there's more. I was just saying to Chris when that set started, I love tabla in Irish music.
Yeah.
So much so that I actually, for a moment, took tabla lessons in Boston.
That's right. You told me that. Yeah.
Yeah. When I was going to college in Boston, I decided I wanted to learn tabla, spent a couple of $100 when I had a couple $100 in my bank account, buying tablas and taking a few lessons. And I didn't get very far on it. I think I was a little too busy at the time, but I love the sound of it with Irish music.
So cool.
And we should try to arrange for some more tabla. And it's interesting that he said he went to Blas school, because I also went to the Blas school.
Oh, cool.
When I was 16, and I actually took Bowron at the Blas school, not fiddle.
Cool.
That's why I'm such an amazing Bowron player now.
Right. Yeah. We should get a Bowron so you can
I
show
am
off
not.
your skills.
I am not. But it was pretty cool. It's a great program if you get a chance to go. It's at the University of Limerick, as he mentioned.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just have we have a couple more things. We're doing good on time, actually.
Yeah,
This
really
is perfect.
Yeah.
The one thing I wanted to say here, actually, Mimi mentioned it before. The Irish Arts Center here in Manhattan is doing their summer semester online for the first time ever. It's actually the first time there's been a summer semester. It's 6 weeks instead of 8, and it starts this week. So some of the classes started today. Actually, they just ended, including James Cleveland's classes for fiddle. My classes start tomorrow evening, and it's not too late to sign up if you would like to join. My level 4 class is full, but my level 2 and 6 classes have a few more spots. And to do that, you can just go over to the Irish Arts Center website and click on classes. And there's a lot of classes that you can take. It's not just fiddle, of course, and it's not even just music. There's dance.
Yeah.
And other
storytelling, right?
Storytelling and Irish language. So
very cool organization.
Yes, and you can, of course, take the classes from anywhere right now.
Yeah.
Another silver line.
Even from South America.
You could take from South America. However, I don't speak Spanish, so I just want to warn you. Maybe you can be my translator.
I don't know if I could do it in real time.
That would be tough.
Yeah.
You'd have to learn all the terminology for tunes.
Yeah, I found that that's the hardest part of trying to translate something. Is I know the basic vocabulary, but then you try to talk about instruments or specialized things, and it's just I haven't learned the words.
We were thinking about Santiago's gig on Come From Way in Argentina, and Chris is one of the conductors of the show on Broadway, and I said, "Do you think you could conduct the show in Spanish?" And you said, "I don't know." Probably.
Yeah,
it would be a little different.
Yeah.
Be very interesting to do. Santiago should come and sub on Broadway.
That'd be fun.
That would be amazing. If Broadway exists.
Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, so I hope to see some of you tomorrow. I know some of you already signed up, but if you want to sign up for the fiddle classes, this is your last night to do so, and check out the other offerings as well. I suppose you could take the class if you were, say, a mandolin player.
Yeah.
And I've had cellists and violists in the classes as well, so it's all allowed. Whatever you want to do. Okay. Oh, sorry. And one other thing. The reason I was talking about Irish Arts Center. One person, I think it was, who was it? I think it was Halford. Richard Halford.
Yeah.
Requested a tune to be taught in the class, which we are doing. So I just want to say, if you're in my class and you have a tune request that you want to learn, send us a message tonight, because I always do things at the last minute. Chris knows.
That's true.
I always plan the semester on the day that it starts, which is tomorrow.
Sometimes hours before.
Yes.
Or minutes before.
This is true. This is no secret. It's no secret.
Yeah.
So if you want a certain tune taught in the class, send me a message, tunes@tunesupply, or if you know my email, you can send it to that, and I'll put it on the semester schedule. Okay, I think we have one more set.
We do, and one more excellent set from Santiago and the guys.
Great.
Now we will be playing two Galician tunes. We will be playing Jota de Rio Mau and Muiñeira de Ponte Sampaio. I started to play Galician music since I was a kid. I started to play bagpipes, Galician bagpipes, at 12 years old or so. So in my journey of music, the Galician music is really, really, really important. One of the most important musics in my life. So I'm here with Sergio at bouzouki. Hello, Sergio. How are you? Can you share with us something about your journey of music?
Hi, Santiago. Thank you very much for having me here today. Hi, everybody at Tune Supply. I'm very happy to be here. And of course, I can tell you about my musical journey. It started many years ago. I'm 37 years old, and I started playing an instrument for the first time when I was 3 years old. That is because I have a Russian family, and music is very important in a child's education. Nowadays, I play folk music mostly. I have a duo with my wife. We play Swedish folk music, and it's called Vilsevind. Please go check it out. And I also like to play Celtic music with friends like Santiago and many other talented musicians from all over the world. My main instrument nowadays is the Irish bouzouki, but I also play the mandolin, the guitar, and I'm starting to play the fiddle.
And also we have here Carlitos. Carlitos is from Slovenia, but it's an Argentinian living in Slovenia. Can you share with us some of your journey of music, Carlitos?
Yeah, sure. First of all, thanks Santi and Sergio as well for the invitation to play with you in this wonderful set. Yes, as you just said, I was born in Argentina many years ago, way too many if you ask me, but I've been living in Slovenia already for 15 years, and this is my house. Thankfully we are now in summer, you are not. So yeah, I started playing the piano many years ago in a conservatory, you know, the classical tradition, so-called classical tradition, and then I picked up Indian classical music, Hindustani music as it's called. I started playing tabla, which is the instrument I will play in this set right now. And then after that, I got interested in other types of percussion. So I always say that I play percussion instruments all the way back with the piano, because in some way, not according to hornbostel sax, but in some way, a piano is a percussion instrument. But enough of me, enough about that. Let's go and play. Okay? Let's do it. Come on.
1, 2, 3, 4.
was
That's
amazing.
amazing. So good.
I'm mesmerized.
Yeah.
So Santiago taught both of those tunes live, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those were two he taught live a few days ago, and the video for that is, of course, still available. So if you loved those, as we did here, you can go learn them. You can find the links on Santiago's YouTube channel, which I put in the comments. We also have the direct links posted on our virtual learning page, which is tune.supply/virtual-learning. Just go to the Tune Supply page and click on virtual learning, and it'll pop up there. Those tunes plus a bunch of others. I think he taught 6 total.
I think so, yeah.
So you can go learn them and then come back and play them with the session later. And there's sheet music for 2 of them as well.
Yeah.
Over there. Okay, so maybe we'll play our tunes first, and then we'll do some thank yous and things like that. That was so cool. I kind of feel like we should have a session from all sorts of different countries. I love hearing both the variations of the Irish trad that I'm used to, and also the local types of tunes that are played. It's just amazing. Okay, so I mentioned at the start that we picked, or I should say I picked and made Chris play tunes that have the word trip in them because of our theme for today, which is the journey of music. I loved hearing all of the journeys of music in the videos there. So to finish off, I selected 2 tunes. The first one is The Snowy Path, because a path is where you take a journey.
Good.
It's very deep. Okay, and then the second one is The Trip to Airvase, which is a tune that I learned on my first journey to Ireland when I was 16 years old. I went by myself. I'm not really sure why my parents let me do this still to this day, but that is where I met Isaac Alderson and a bunch of other people who I still play music with today. I remember sitting in, it wasn't even a pub that I was in, it was in like the back room, like the kitchen of a pub in Milltown Mall Bay for the Willie Clancy week. Probably 2 or 3 a.m. I was 16 years old, and I remember I was sitting on the counter of a kitchen, falling asleep. I mean, I was just dead tired, come from Alaska, jet-lagged, but I was so excited to be playing Irish music in Ireland for the first time with real Irish musicians, and they were playing this tune, and I was kind of delirious, not because I was drunk, by the way. I just want to state for the record. I was, no, for real, I wasn't.
I know.
They did try to keep feeding me port.
Oh.
They said, if you drink the port, you'll stay awake.
That's not true.
Which is not what happens when I drink port. But anyways, so they were playing this tune, and I said to somebody, what is the name of that tune? I love it. And I thought that they said, because I still wasn't used to the accent. In Alaska, nobody has any accent except for Alaskan accent.
Yeah.
I thought that he said Trip to Heaven. Which is just a cool name for this tune, because it sounds kind of like Trip to Heaven. It sounds like just a joyous sort of thing, but it's called Trip to Airvase. And so we'll play those 2 tunes to end off here, and then we'll tell you stay in your seats for a moment though, because we're going to tell you who's coming next, and also say a few thank yous and other information about Santiago's and his crew. So okay, here we go. Snowy Path. 1, 2, 3. Nancy comes out at the end. Great. Okay, I just want to note, because my mom is saying in the comments that she can't believe she let me go to Ireland. You know, I thought a lot about that. I mean, it was a big part of my journey on music to where I am now. And had I not gone, I wouldn't be here right now.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing about it. I think there's sometimes things in life that you do that are risky, or that other people think are risky, or you do things when you're young that seem at the time like not a good idea, although that seemed like a great idea to me. But they turn out to be an important part of the journey.
Sure.
That's what I learned from my trip to Ireland, and it all turned out great. I'm really glad that I did it, and that that my parents let me.
We're very lucky that they did.
Yes, and I met people there and learned things that I use to this day. It turned out well. I do wonder sometimes what would have happened had I not done that. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure I'd be a doctor right now.
Probably. Or like a data scientist or something.
A researcher. Yeah. Something like that. Who knows? But I do believe that you come back around to the things you were supposed to be doing. Mm-hmm. So even if I took a different route, I think I would still be playing music. What about you? Do you think you would be?
I don't know. I often have thought about that, especially now with coronavirus times, sort of wiping out all of the careers for musicians. But
so Chris has a degree in engineering.
Yeah. Which
he hasn't used since he got it.
Until now. So he came around.
I think that a lot of things are circular in life.
Yeah.
You came around to that. Yeah. And to Irish music, which is relatively new for you.
Sure.
Yeah. Whew, okay, we're getting deep here, so we better stop. Do you want to say the thank yous?
Yeah, well, we want to extend a special thanks to Santiago. Santiago did all of the mixing and editing and put all of these sets together. I usually handle all of that, but for this edition, Santiago took care of everything, so we're so grateful. Gracias a Santiago por la edición del video y toda la mezcla es fantástico.
Did you just tell him thank you for all the mezcal?
Yeah.
Excellent.
And also, Sergio put together all of the subtitles, which we're eternally grateful for. So thank you, Sergio, for that. Gracias por los subtítulos.
Subtítulos.
Also, big thanks to, Carlitos Yoder and Alejandro Sganga and Nikolas Sokolic for joining us this evening. Fantastic as always, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, this has been really, really fun for us. And I always say this, but I hope we get to play together in person someday. Next leaders, I'll just tell you guys real quick what's happening. So on Thursday, hopefully some of you will want to come back. We don't usually speak as much in Spanish. I say
or at all.
We don't. You've said a few words in Spanish.
When required.
Yeah. Usually we're in English. But we will be here every Monday and Thursday for the foreseeable future. I have not updated the schedule because, as you all know, we are figuring out what comes next. We're getting to the point where we think we know what's going to happen in the next month or so. So I will start adding the schedule. But on Thursday, we have none other than accordion legend John Whelan, and also fiddle legend Troy McGilvery, one of my favorite people. They are going to be playing together, and the special guest is Margot Krimmel. So that'll be pretty fun.
2 weeks in a row, two sessions in a row she's appearing. That's
amazing. Yeah. And the theme is, this is an interesting one, and you might have to think about this one, as usual. It is favorite obscure tune. So you can send the name, you can send, if you're brave, you could send a recording of yourself, you could send a picture of your CD, however you want to interpret that. Favorite obscure tune. John is going to be playing all sorts of obscure tunes.
All obscure.
Pretty sure they're all obscure, which is great because all of us, me included, can then learn the tunes.
We can all learn lots of new tunes.
And John has all the obscure tunes.
Yeah.
He knows them all.
Yeah.
So that'll be pretty fun. And then we just decided, based on a request from a session goer, Chris and I are going to lead the session, meaning that we won't have an official leader a week from tonight, Monday. But we're going to have a whole bunch of special guests who just do one-off things. And this all just got decided by me like an hour before the session. So
as usual.
As usual. I'm last minute, that's true. So we will announce who those special guests are going to be, and then I will get to planning the rest of July as well. So we are going to continue. Don't worry that the schedule's not updated. I will get to that soon. My mom has been telling secrets in the comments about my trips to Ireland, so that's great.
Excellent.
It is
Can't
true.
wait to read those later.
It is true that I slept in a one-person tent, and the drunk guys at the Fla thought that was hilarious that a young woman was in a one-person tent and jumped on me in the night, on multiple nights at the Fla. That is true.
That's great.
It was, as somebody said, it's character building. It's character building. I'm grateful for all of it. I feel like difficult experiences make you stronger, make you grow, make you never do those things again, whatever it is. It's all good. It's good to have these things happen. So, anyways, thanks for joining us. Gracias. Buenos noches.
Mm-hmm.
Y that's all. That's all I have.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
We'll see you
Bye.
on Thursday.